what do I say? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what part of the world you're in. I'm going to jump straight in and share my screen. And I'm going to pop over to the Hangout to see if I'm actually broadcasting live. And I can see. So if you're watching live now, if you can let me know that you can hear me okay. And then we can get stuck into what I want to show you. I want to make this Hangout fairly quick. And I want to set up. So I'm just waiting for the Hangout to catch up. And then if you can let me know that you can actually hear me okay. Yes, good morning from Essex. Hi there, Dave. Just strange that Dave actually, deja vu, Dave, that you put that message in the WhatsApp chat. And that's exactly what I'm about to do with you. So what we're going to do in this this little Hangout here is I'm going to set up a bot. And we're going to set it up with real money, and I'm going to show you one of the or a couple of other bots that I've got running with real money at the moment. And we've got a few counts that we're testing with real money. Okay, so I'm just going to share you with my one. We've got a couple of my other partners there also running ones as well. So hopefully we can share that stuff with you as we go forward. So I'm not going to be telling you about any updates that we're working on at the moment. If you want to know the updates, you need to watch yesterday's Hangout. But what I want to do is I want to come straight over to Zukul. Okay, now when you're in your back office of Zukul, if you've got access to the trading bot, you can access that from, if you come to the trading bot dashboard. Okay, my screen will look slightly different to you because I've got a couple of other links up here, you know. So you'll not have that. You'll have trading bots, affiliate system, training, and finances. Okay, now what you want to do is you come over to the right hand side down here, down the bottom. You've got some various bots and you want to get the betting bot. You're going to load up something like this. So just give this a few moments to load in. So okay, so if we look down these bots, we start at the bottom. I've got a demo bot here that's got a stop loss of 3,000, trading profit with 5,000, first trade of $1. That's made 847. I've got a real trading bot here. There's the pair. I've got a stop loss of $50, trading with you know, one bet of $1, another bet of $1, depending whether it wins or loses. That's losing $4.76. Got another one here. It's offline at the moment. Okay, this is a fiat currency pair there. That's made 87 cents. Got another one here that's offline at the moment. That's a cryptocurrency. That's made $4.86. I've got one here that's this one here is a crypto. I don't know how you say it's Fiat coin. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is a demo bot which I set up with obviously a bigger stop loss. We've got that too, and it's got a bigger martingale strategy in here, okay, which I'll show you in a moment when we go through this. So this one's made 1,387.81 cents. Then we've got another real bot at the top here, okay, and that bot's made $16.95, and that's with real money. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and set up a bot, and I'm going to give you an idea of what you should be looking for. Okay, so you need to click on this big blue button. That will load these cogs again. And what that's going to do is it's going to go over to your pocket options account, and it's going to look at what's been happening over the last 3 days with various strategies. Okay, so at the moment I'm on all assets. I can obviously choose currencies, cryptocurrencies, commodities, or stocks. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I normally trade in cryptocurrencies, you know, so I will be doing some other tests, but I want to stick with cryptocurrencies for the moment. I'm going to click on the cryptocurrency there, and then what I'm going to do here is my maximum budget. This is basically what you're prepared to lose. Okay, if when you're doing any trading, you don't want to trade with money that you can't afford to lose. So what I mean is you can't afford to lose. Nobody likes to lose money, but what you don't want to be doing is trading with money that you've got to pay your bills with, or you know, you've got to pay buy some food with, or you've got to buy the kids some new trainers, or you know, if it's money that's going to impact on your life, then don't use it. If it's money, you say, well, I've got that set aside. Instead of me going for a few pints or going out for a pizza, I'm going to spend it in and have a go at trading. That's the type of money that's not going to impact on your life. I wouldn't want anybody to use money that's going to impact on your life. And again, don't let greed take over your body, okay? The good thing with a robot, it takes away the human emotions, but don't, you know, chance money that you can't afford to lose. Don't let greed take over, okay? So make sure you have fun and you trade with what you can afford to lose, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a budget of $100. So I'm saying that I'm prepared to lose $100 and I'm on cryptocurrencies. Then I'm going to click this filter button. What that's going to do is it's going to run an algorithm based on what's happened on real data, and it's going to try and bring me back what the best strategy was, the best algorithm, the best formula was for that day to make the most profit. Okay, so if we're looking at the top of the screen here, it's got Bitcoin. So it said on the 29th of September, couldn't really make a profit that day. But so I would imagine that other strategies would have lost a lot more based on my budget. Okay, so you see it's got $82 there from my budget. So I would have had to spend $82. The bot might have got in front, might have lost, but at the end of the day, I would have lost $1.26. Okay. The next day, the 30th of September, it's telling me the strategy, the algorithm, and the formula, the best one for that day. It's telling me that I needed a budget of $77.61. So that means the bot could have lost that much. Okay. If the bot needed $71.76, it means it may have lost. It would have got in winning. It may have lost. But by the end of the day, on that particular day with these with this strategy, this algorithm, and this formula, it it got into a profit. And if you want to have a look at how that bot performed, then there's this little road sign here, motorway sign. If you click on that, it takes a little bit of time to load because it loads the data from that day. But basically, if you look down the bottom of your screen, it gives you a running total of how that bot did. Okay, with the strategy. I'm not going to go into this chart and explain to you what these number threes and these blue arrows mean when they're pushing up and down, but you can sort of have a look at that and see if you can work it out for yourself. We'll do a video on that, but I don't want to get labored on that. Okay, so then we got the next one, the 1st of October for Bitcoin, which was yesterday. It's the 2nd of October here in the UK. It said that I would have needed a balance of $63.97 and I would have at the end of the day made 167.25 if I was using strategy B, algorithm 20, and this martingale formula here, which is the 5 1 25 125, and I'll explain to you what that is in a moment when we set our bot up. Now, what you want to be looking for is, well, what I look for, and again, this is, I've been testing this bot the same as you. Yes, admittedly, I've built this bot. You know, this has been built to my design. The programmers have built it for me. But what I like to look for is, first off, is I want to scan through to see if I see some all green. Okay, so I've got one here, dash. As you can see, it's green, green, green. The only thing I don't like about this is it started off at $54 on that day, $57. Then it jumped up, it made a bigger profit, but then it dropped back down again. So what I try to do, let me just shut this down. What I try to do is look for something that's is slowly rising or dramatically rising. What I don't want to see is it going the other way. I don't want to see it going with a high profit, then getting a bit lower, then getting a bit lower, because that tells me that the bot's going in the wrong direction. So I want to try and see an upward direction in my figures. So here's a perfect example for me. Okay, so as you can see on this day, so if we come up to the top of the screen there, that's the 29th of September. Where was we? Here it is, this gain credit. So this one said 146, 227, and 498. So you can see there's an upward trend there. So I'm going to start with this one. But the problem is, as you can see, it says strategy A, strategy C, strategy A. So for me, the strategy A is coming out strongest. So I'm going to choose strategy A. So I'm going to come over to here and choose strategy A. Okay. And you can see now I've put strategy A in. It's affected all these days. And as you can see on that day, it's showing a loss. Okay. But we're not going to worry about that for the moment, because what we're going to do is we're going to play with this chart to, with these formulas here on the left-hand side. You know, that's the strategy, the algorithms, and the formula. And we'll see if we can get into a profit. So the next thing I'm going to look at is the algorithm. It says algorithm 10, algorithm 10, algorithm 50. So there's quite a wide band there, if you like. So I'm going to start off with 10. And as I can see, if I choose 10, it's changed this. It's what this setting does on here on the side here. Whatever you put in here, it changes it for all of it. So now you can see I had all green, and now I've got 1 green and 2 red. So I'm losing money. So I'm just going to go through this algorithms until hopefully I'll get it back into the green. Okay, so now we're back into the green. But the thing is here, we had a high price, a low price, and then a high price again. So I want to try and get it, if I can, on an upward or an even kill, or not too much of a big difference. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to go to the 30. So 300, 120, 300, not bad at all. The 40. So we've got 500, 460, 460. That's looking fairly okay, isn't it? Okay. But it's telling me that I would have needed a budget on that particular day of $500. Well, I only set my budget for $100. Okay. And it's saying here I'd need 155 for it to make this money. And here I'd need 113. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to choose the martingale on this side here. So I can see this one at the moment is chose the top martingale. This one is chose the smaller martingale in the middle there. And this one is chose the one in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the martingales now. I'm going to do 111 to start with, and I'll explain to you what that is in a minute. So now with 111, my budget's gone down to $2. Okay, $5 and $2.76. So if I ran this bot now on these settings, okay, and as you can see in small writing there, the Bollinger Band period is 15 and deviation is 175. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go into Bollinger Bands. Darren does a lot of training on Bollinger Bands, so you need to subscribe to his YouTube channel and watch his next hangout that he's doing. I think is tomorrow. Okay, so let's move on a little bit. So now we'll change this again and go up a scale. And as you can see, we got 9, 52, 49. That's not looking too bad for me with a budget, top budget of about $16, $17 there. So let's just go up one more. Okay, and now we've got a 31, 172, and 170. So that's not bad at all, as far as I'm concerned. Got a top budget of 64. Now I said I could spend 100, so I've got a top budget of 64. So I'm going to go again and just see what the next one gives me. So you've got 105, 460, 400. Problem is I've gone over my budget. I'm 159, 49 there. And 155. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it down a peg. So now what I've got is I've got my strategy A, okay? I've got my algorithm 40, and I've got my martingale 1, 3, 12, 42. So what that means is when the bot places its first order, its first trade, it's going to trade with $1 if that's what I choose as the first bet. Okay, if that bet loses, it will then trade with $3. Now, what the bot wants to do is to get you back. So now you've traded with $4. Okay, but with the profit that if that trade wins, it should give you back your $4 plus a little bit of profit. If that trade loses, the $3, it will then place a $12 bet. And if that $12 bet loses as well, then it will place a $42 bet. Now, if that $42 loses, okay, then the next bet that it does will start with $1. Okay, and what this is telling you on the screen here, it's telling you that you need a budget of 64.45 for that particular day, 58.71 to have come out with that money, and 38.39 to have come out with that money. So you can see it's well below my 100 budget. Okay, but the problem is if I look at here, if I add this up, if I add the 1 up, so if I go 1 plus the 3 plus the 12 plus the 42, okay, that's $58. $58. If I lose 4 times in a row, I'm not going to get, I'm not going to have enough money to do another martingale. So that means that I would have, you know, if I got 100 I would be left with 42. So that wouldn't give me enough money to go a little bit further than 2 martingales. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this and show you what I do next. Okay, so I'm going to select this. I don't know anything about this pair. What I will say is what you want to do is before you select the pair, you want to go and look at the chart. Okay, so let's go over to pocket options. Okay, and it's gains credit. So what I do is I come to here and I'm going to go to cryptocurrencies and I'm going to go down to, let's make sure it's still live. Where am I? Lose me. Sometimes I can't see the wood for the trees, me. Should all be in alphabetical order. What way does it run? There it is. Okay, so I'm going to click that to start. So it's going to put it up on my taskbar at the top here. I'm going to go and look at the chart. Okay, now this particular chart, I can tell you now, looking at it, I wouldn't trade with this chart. Okay, personally, I don't like the chart. The reason is if you look at the Bollinger Bands, there's a band in the middle here, and you can see the candles are all sitting above this middle Bollinger Band. I like them to be going through the Bollinger Band. So in this instance, I wouldn't choose this particular pair, this particular cryptocurrency to trade with, even though I've gone through all that scenario on the bot. So what I would suggest you do is you come back over to Zukul. I'm not even going to go with that one because I don't like the chart. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to look at this one. So we've got this factum. Okay, so I'm going to come back over here. And first thing I want to do is, well, I want to get rid of this off the top. I don't need this on the top anymore. And then I'm going to come down and I'm going to look for the factum, see what that, I think that's how you say it. You know that, where are we? A, B, C, D, E, F. I can't see the wood for the trees sometime. Factum. So I'm going to put the star in there. I'm now going to choose this chart. This is a little bit better chart because you can see that the candles actually go through the middle Bollinger Band. I like to see them this up and downward sweep. Okay, so just going to go back a little bit. It's, you know, it's not been a great chart back there. As you can see, this is a bull run that happened there, but it's inside the Bollinger Band. Couple of bull runs. Again, not a great chart, but it's getting a little bit better as the day's gone on. Okay, it's got a little bit better as time's passed. So what we will do is we'll leave that one for the moment, and we'll go back to Zukul, and we'll try. We've got another 10 minutes. Hopefully we can find another one. So let's have a look. This one looks good. Look, gone up in value in time. So this is the Dagon coin. So let's go back over to pocket options. This time we're going to go down here and we're going to look for, where are we going? A, B, C, D. Where is it? Dagon, D. Oh, where are we? B, B, B. There it is, there. So I've just clicked that. Let's have a look at this chart. This is, again, not a great chart, but it's a little bit better because it's going up and down through the middle, okay? So I don't like to see charts where you got a lot of activity just sitting above. I like to see the candles going through the middle Bollinger Band. So again, this is not a great chart that I would say I would be picking because it's starting to get less activity. So again, I'm not going to choose that chart, okay? Hopefully we can find a chart that I like the look of. Let's find another one. See, this is going in the wrong way for me, this coin actually. This one here, because it was 785. So let's go down and let's try this. What we got, 61.97. This coin again, so the Fiat coin. Let's go and have a look at this. Hopefully we're going to find a coin. That's going to be down the bottom, isn't it? Fiat coin. There you go. Let's click on the Fiat coin. Again, it's not a chart that I want to trade on, okay? So I wouldn't be setting up my live bot with a chart like this, you know, because it's up above this middle Bollinger Band, then it shoots back down and it's staying below this bottom Bollinger Band. So it's not a nice looking chart. So I don't want to waste my money on setting up something like that. And as you can see, the bot's not going to do everything for you. You have to do a little bit of human interaction to get it looking. So let's just have a look. How are we doing for burst? Burst is not too bad. Okay, so let's go and have a look on here at burst. Let's find burst. Where are we? The B's are at the top. Where are we? Burst, burst, burst. There's burst. So let's have a look how burst is doing. Bit better chart. Still not brilliant. It is sweeping through here. but there's not a lot of activity going outside. And then you've had a bear run here. Okay, so if I just look back in the chart, it's not a great chart for winning on. Look, you've got a bull run there. It's not a chart again I would choose. So let's try one more chart. Let's go down a little bit further. Let's have a look what we're doing with steam here. See, I wouldn't have this one because it's gone down to 1746. Okay, so this one's gone low, massive high, dropping back down again. Don't like the look of that. This one 170, 175. Yeah, okay. Let's have a look at this one. Hopefully we're going to find a chart. There we go. This one here. Let's have a look. Again, it's not a good chart. It's not a good chart. So, you know, I'm going to have to bite the bullet here because I would spend a bit more time going through this, but I don't want to spend labor too much on this. And let's go up and find out one I said I wasn't that happy with, and that's this one. Okay. So I don't hold a lot of faith in what I'm about to do because I wasn't really that happy with the chart. Okay. But I'm going to select it anyway. I'm going to put myself out on a limb because I want to do it. Okay. So what I'm going to do in here is I just need to see, I want the real, I think we're at 4, real 4, okay? And I'm going to change it to live. And I'm not going to touch any of these settings here because that's what I've done. But what I do need to do is I'm probably going to have to up the ante here, okay? So what I'm going to do is the 1 plus the 3 plus the 12 plus the 42 equals, and then I shall times that by 3. So that gives me, you know, 3 runs of my martingale, which I'm going to put in there 174. Okay, I'm going to make my first bet $1, and I'm going to run my my time. I'm going to do it for, you know, for 3 days. So that's your 24 times your 3 days, which is your 72 hours. Okay, I wouldn't recommend that you do it any less than that. And you can, if you want, stick a profit in here. Okay, you can stick a profit, or you can let your bot run for the 3 hours, for the 3 days. Okay, now this is the Bollinger Band settings. Now, I'm not going to play with them, but what I would normally do would set up for this particular bot. I'd set up the same strategy in demo mode, but change the Bollinger Bands. I would maybe change the Bollinger Bands and just do. So I'd set up, say, 2 bots with maybe deviation of 2 and 20. And then I'd have 1 deviation of 175 and 15, what I've got now. Okay, so I'm not going to change these. And as I say, I'm not holding a great lot of hope for this because I didn't like the chart. And then all I would do, so I've got at the top here, I've got my bot name, I've got when the bot wants to start. I wouldn't trade at weekends. So I'd pause your bot at the weekends. And if you're approaching a weekend, maybe set your bot up to start on the Monday, you know. But I wouldn't trade over the weekends. I've choose grain credit. If you're watching this video right now live and you're thinking of doing the same, I wouldn't recommend you doing this one, okay? But I'm not too worried because I wanted to set it up for you. But I wouldn't choose this chart. I want to make that quite clear, you know, because that chart, I just didn't like the look of it at all. So if I come back down to game credit, sometimes, as I say, I can't see the wood for the tree. It's gone too far, haven't I? Where are we? Here we are. Okay, I'm going to pop that up on the top, put the star in, so it's on the menu bar at the top. It's not a brilliant chart, I tell you. It's not going to be a great trading chart, and I could end up losing money here. Okay, so I wouldn't recommend that you do what I'm about to do. But I wanted to set it up to show you, and we'll check in on it later on today and see how it's doing. So I'm going to click the start button, and basically you get a pop-up saying, congratulations, you set your bot up. You click OK, and what that does is it takes you back to the screen where all your bots are. Okay, so you don't have this chart button. Okay, you don't have that chart button. You have the edit settings, but I wouldn't edit the settings. I wouldn't edit settings. Let your bot run for the 70. I'll put 73 hours. Okay, it's not the end of the world. I wanted to put 72, but I wouldn't edit your settings. I'd let the bot run now and see what happens, because, you know, if you make money, I'm prepared to lose $174 because I know I can make it up on other bots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over to the Hangout and wherever we are, and I'm going to stop sharing, and I shall quickly see if there's any questions in there. Pity it's only for founders. It will be, you know, Alton, you'll have to wait, buddy. It's gonna, you know, we're hoping to make it live for a lot more people, but it will be limited. Okay. At the moment, it's only available for founders, and you can still become a founder if you want to. Where are we? If I come into Padlock, into the group here, the chat, there's a post here that I made telling you somewhere on here. I think there we go. The clock's ticking. So we've got some bronze. I think the silver founders, the platinum are sold out, the gold are sold out, the silver are sold out. Now we've got bronze founders, which is 0.2 of a Bitcoin. Okay, so if you think it's worth spending 0.2 of a Bitcoin to get access to this bot, plus you will get lots of other goodies. But if you read that post, I explain to you what you get for your 0.2 of a Bitcoin. If you want to be a bronze founder. So coming back over to the Hangout, good afternoon. I don't see any, look, I don't see any questions. Okay, so hopefully you've got some value out of that, and it showed you how to set it up, and you're going to get an idea of how to set your bot up to be successful. You need to do a bit of work. You need to understand a bit of the charts, and that's what Darren's been teaching people, and we will be doing some more and more training on getting you to understand the charts, because you have to do a bit of work. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the API connection to bring back the charts. That's what you call it, you know, that you can use inside your back office. So you have to open up your Zukul and your Pocket Options account, and you know, go into there and look at the charts. Use the calculator that you've got, you know, which the calculator was this screen here. Let it load. The calculator's here. It's purely to give you it's not recommending you do anything. It's showing you what happened on those days, and it's looking back in the past. Obviously, we can't tell the future, and we don't know how it's going to go. But if you do what I just did in this video, and you look at what's happening with these numbers on here, and you're looking at the charts, you're going to get an idea of what's going on and whether that's a chart that you want to actually trade in. So I'm going to end this Hangout here. I've done half an hour. I shall do some more half-an-hour Hangouts like this, or 15-minute ones I'm going to do throughout the week as we go through this week and into the coming weeks, okay? So happy trading, and still having to play with the settings. So this has been a handy tutorial. Yeah, I hope it's done you some justice there. It's going to do some justice. And Dave, hopefully that answers your message that you put in the Founders WhatsApp chat. If you want to become a founder and you want to get access to this robot, then one, look for that Facebook post that I've got out there. It's got a big clock saying the clock is ticking. Or two, you can send in a message to Zukul. And if you come into Zukul, you come up to the top here, where your name is, you'll see that support tickets there. Send in a support ticket asking about the founder position. They'll tell you if there's any left, and they'll also tell you if there is some left, what you need to do. Okay, so hope you enjoyed that Hangout. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you on another broadcast. And Darren will see you on Wednesday. So make sure you watch Darren's because he's going to go into a bit of trading, because you'll then get a handle on how the bot's working, you know, and you'll be able to help the bot immensely by choosing good charts for it. Have a fantastic day, and I'll speak to you soon. Tutty bye.